Bob, the beautiful and talented Robin Trigger. You know, she also goes back to the Tiki Island radio days.
Yes, she does.
I remember when Boomer was a backup singer for her.
Really?
Yeah. Hey,
True story.
it was really cool having Danny Rosado here yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, I was a little disappointed, though. He
Why?
brought his guitar, and he never did sing.
Really?
Yes, he did. And
Well-
I was like,
I was hoping he would just relax and have fun.
well, I was
Yeah.
glad he relaxed and had
And,
fun, but I was like, oh, we want to hear him.
Well, see,
play.
you know, when you're a rock star like that, that's all they do, right? Like, you can't go to the airport, you can't do anything, you know, so it is what
I
it is.
did talk to him this morning. Angela wasn't feeling too well.
Oh, so, okay.
She had a lot of rum yesterday.
Did she really? Well, I hope she had a good time. It was a pleasure meeting her.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. She kept saying, you know, I need another one, I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure?
Needs a strong word.
Yeah. Rick the Stick in the studio here with
Rick
us.
the Stick.
Hey, feeling honored to be here again. This is
Yeah.
this is a great place to be.
It really is. I love the vibe we got going on. And, you know, in any given week, right? There's always people here that are for the Sunday show, and you know, for those of you that are out there, you know, you just want to come to the Sunday show. We have the chocolate bar open every Sunday, you know, so you can stop by, be a part of the show. We love that because, you know, it's kind of what we do here, all right? But so. You got your big show here tonight. You gonna try to do it in here?
I would love to. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not going to do it driving home, so it's either here or not at all. So,
What was that
that'd be
guy's
great.
name? Scott Dyer.
Oh, Scotty, I was not at the party. Chill.
Oh, yes.
Scotty Deer.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Scotty, I chilled too much.
Yeah, he had a show last year. He did in here.
Yeah.
And
It went
actually-
over very well, actually.
He did fantastic. Like 10 minutes before the show, I'm like, all right, now you need to push this button. Don't put whatever you do. Don't push that button. And you know, and boom. I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. And of course, we had people in the studio, and they were all laughing, just having a good time, you know. And he's like trying to focus. He's like, hey, I'm trying to listen here, you know. So,
I know how that would be.
yeah, absolutely. So, but your mom wants to see you on the big tube there.
Yeah, she's classical music. She's 94. So
94,
she's
wow.
listens to my show every week. I say, you don't really like the music I play, do you? She's like, well, not too much. And she said, but I really like to see you.
Oh, that's
Oh, this is going to be fantastic.
yeah.
It'll be on
Very
YouTube.
Someday
nice.
maybe I'll get into the YouTube thing, and then I realized I was going to be here and thought, well, maybe it'll happen. I don't know. We'll see.
I
Yeah.
think
We can
so.
make it work.
I think you can.
Let's see here if I can find something here. Let's see here. Yeah, you'd have to play your little Tiny Bubbles.
Hey, I like that song.
Here we go.
Well, I actually am shooting to do a trucker special today. So I got some good old stuff, but she wasn't into that kind of music either necessarily. But I don't think we have anything classical we can play for her. So
Don't have a lot of classical music. That's one thing we don't have a lot of, you know. But you know,
it's fine.
So how we doing with our sponsor here? Jonathan's Wooden Spoons, and I was able to finally get my hands on some of these yesterday.
That was a nice
Yeah.
birthday present.
Yeah, I was
From
hoping.
Patty and Rick.
yeah,
I was hoping that Jonathan's Wooden Spoons would send me some before now because we're always here cooking, right?
Yeah.
And you know,
Those are beautiful, and that was a nice gift from them.
there's no better place to showcase our sponsors' stuff than being right here. You know?
that's right.
He always laughs to himself, and then he wants to tell you what's going on.
No,
What is it?
oh, it's Scotty over here.
I know. So what's going on? Let's, you know.
Well, number one, be careful that what you wish for, because he goes, "That's it. I'm leaving now. I'm coming up there, and I'm staying, and I'm going to stay a month."
All right.
And then he goes, "But it's okay, because I need to lose weight anyway, and you all don't eat."
Well, I'll tell you
I don't
one
know if
thing,
that was the
Scotty Chill.
truth. This
At the summer party, there is always food.
Yeah.
Oh, there's still food out here.
Yeah, still food out there.
And
But-
there's a couch open since Verona didn't come too.
That's
so we
right.
got a
right.
place to
That's
sleep.
right. But
Yeah.
see,
There you go.
tomorrow Scotty will be back to the no eating thing again.
Yeah. Well,
It's that one weekend splurge you get every year.
That's right.
So you've been doing your show now for what seems like 3 years, but it's only been about 3 or 4 months, right?
Yeah, about 10 weeks, I think, 10 or 11.
Yeah. So how's it going?
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I love researching some songs. I'm trying to do a theme every week, so I find new stuff, ask people to send me stuff, and it's been really fun. I enjoyed it.
It's sometimes I wish it was a different time slot, but with your work and everything, because Sunday afternoon, it's sometimes it's tough for me to even listen to it because it's summertime,
Right?
And we've got we're probably watching a race or something like that, But for those of you that haven't checked out Rick the Stick's Hometown Licks every Sunday between 6 and 8, what's it about?
So the reason it's Hometown Licks, I grew up in a hometown outside of Philadelphia, and there's just a tremendous amount of talent, musical talent, artists, singers, and continues through the next generation. Today, I actually am going to highlight a young lady. I highlighted her brother before, and I played a song that her mom wrote, and they did a cover version kind of as a tribute to her. I've played that on the air before.
Gotcha.
So she's got some really, really great music, and her voice is, I think, really stellar. So she's excited that I'm going to put her stuff on, and that's what I'm doing. I'm finding a different artist every week, and there's plenty out there. Just got to get a hold of their stuff and figure out which week I'm going to do each one.
Yeah. You think doing some interviews with some of these artists at some point in time or another?
Yeah, if I could figure out how to do it. You know me in technology.
Well, you have
We're
the
we're
P4. You
getting
just
there.
plug in another microphone and and
Oh,
a
you can get
headphones.
them to my house and do it, or
Yeah.
I got to somehow connect.
Well,
I see.
I tell you what, that P4 has a Bluetooth capability,
Okay.
Yeah.
and you just plug that into it, call them up on the phone, and do a phone interview.
Well, there we go. I
You
just
need to go.
figure out how to
You need to get a hold of that guy. He's very good with the computers.
He
yeah.
and I think are kindred spirits that
I
way.
think so. I think so.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I think we can get along pretty good.
Which, by the way, is coming up here at noon. He's already in the green room.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I love your idea about the show.
Yeah.
The local musicians and things like that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Because I would do, if I had a show, I'd do something similar like that. Because we have, Nicole Jamrose, Alan Rocco. He's now in Florida, but I
Yeah.
think he's back home right now.
Yeah.
But Nicole, Nick Kazonis and Jack Whittle. I mean, these guys are great musicians, and I love the idea that you're bringing them to light. That's great.
There's a group that, for some reason, artists are a little funky, but they have YouTube videos. They did this whole rendition of Beach Boys music, but they did it live.
Yeah.
And a lot of the Beach Boys fanatics say it's as good as all the studio versions that the Beach Boys did themselves.
Wow.
And Brian Wilson and his wife love to listen to it. Some of the Beach Boys actually went out to my town and they recorded in the one person's home. It's a big old mansion kind of home, and they recorded there. And their YouTube videos are, super sensational. People love them. And for some reason, they don't want me to use their music on the air yet. So I'm working on that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So I mean, it's tremendous, and a lot of those singers that I've been highlighting sang in that. My brother sang in that, and the musicians are tremendous. One of my best friends, who's actually the father of the gal who's going to be on the show today, he played a bunch of different instruments for that. So you can find them on YouTube, Fender Tones. So anybody who likes
Fender Tones.
if anybody who likes great music and like super high quality stuff, go see on YouTube the Fender Tones. They're tremendous.
That's awesome.
Sounds like that band in what was it? The Blues Brothers, right? At the beginning of it.
Yeah, the Blues Brothers.
The Fender
yeah.
Tones. They were playing at the Holiday Inn or whatever. we're gonna get the band back together, man.
That might be where they got the name. I really don't know.
Yeah.
These guys are tremendous artists. They even used the original type of equipment that the Beach Boys recorded on. I mean, they did a whole show. Everybody
That's
wants
so
them to go
cool.
on tour, but they just did it as a project. It's really cool. So I'd love to get them on, but not so far. So we'll see.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so it's going well. We'll try to figure this out. It's not as difficult as it may seem. Now, as far as that, doing the phone interviews through the P4 with the Bluetooth capability that we were talking about, when he's not working or he doesn't have a working dinner to go to, Scotty Chill's probably the best one. He's using the P4 all the time. You know, Ruth the Truth does a podcast, and they use that.
Okay.
So they're pretty up on the technology part of that particular equipment. So
okay, cool.
Reach out to him. Now,
I will.
you may have to schedule an appointment because he has a lot of working dinners to go to. So I don't know if you'll be able to get him right away, but you know, it might help. You know, I mean. He's definitely the expert of that piece of equipment. Now, B-Dog's getting ready to use it in Nashville, but he's not going to be
What could
doing
possibly go wrong there, right?
He's not doing phone interviews.
No.
I mean, Scotty's called me from his own show on it, you know, and it worked out really well.
Oh, good.
So,
He's been very supportive of me, actually, Scotty.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure, I can
Scotty said you guys can discuss it over dinner.
Do I need to go to Ocala, Florida for that? Or
Working dinner, yeah.
yeah, working dinner. He has a lot of working dinners. You know. You know, I call him sometime, and he's complaining about his back, right? Because he played golf all morning.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. Well, it was a working game. I understand.
It's all, yeah.
I understand.
So that's all you got to do is put work in front of whatever you do, and it's okay.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
so I have some other interesting news you may have heard.
Okay, fine.
We just might be moving down to this area very soon.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's exciting. You talked
Maybe
about
not
that.
if you don't want me around as much.
Are you kidding? Of course we do.
All right, but you're talking about maybe closer to in between here and Nashville, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my company's opening a new distribution center in Manchester.
Yeah.
Manchester's, yeah.
That's not far
That's
at
not
all.
far at
So
all.
somewhere maybe a little bit more this way.
About hour and a half, an hour.
So that'll be fun. We're
Yeah.
trying to figure that out.
Well, you know,
pretty good.
if you were a little closer, you could just come here and do your show.
He is a truck driver.
Been thinking about that.
Well, he
On
is
the
a
road?
truck
Driver
driver.
every Sunday night.
Yeah.
I
Why
can
is there an
work it
18-wheeler parked in the front yard? Well,
Well, you know.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
That's right.
do what you got to do. That's right. Well, I think you're doing a fantastic job. We got to get ready for that guy coming up here in about 8 minutes or so. So I wanted to get you in here, and we'll work on your show this afternoon.
Okay.
I'll basically give you the 5-minute rendition of how everything works.
I didn't want to put any more on you than you already had this weekend. I know you've got a full plate.
No.
Jesus Christ, it's been a crazy weekend.
I know.
And you know he's desperate when he comes to me and says, hey, would you mind helping me? Because I don't want to bother Danny. I know he's got a lot. So you might helping me out. And I'm like, I know you're desperate when you're asking me for help.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding, man.